Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to be unboxing the Ninja Foodi Possible Cooker Pro. This is one of those things that tends to get overlooked a little bit because most people think that it's just a fancy looking slow cooker. In this video, we're going to see what's in the box and we're going to find out how true that criticism really is. So you ready? Let's get into this. Here's the box. There's what the Possible Cooker Pro looks like. I think they make several different colors. This one is kind of a navy blue color. And here you have some examples of some of the things that this machine can do. You can go from cooker to oven to table, meaning that this pot could be transferred into your oven if need be. They say it's perfect for entertaining, meaning that it can make large portions. And I'd say that's true, seeing as how the pot is 8.5 quarts. Right here we have a list of 14 different cooking appliances that Ninja claims this can replace. Those would be your slow cooker, your steam oven, food warmer, non-stick pot, saute pan, cast iron skillet, saucier, steamer, saucepan, stock pot, Dutch oven, roasting pan, bread maker, and integrated spoon. Okay, let's just address the elephant in the room here. Most of the stuff is not appliances, okay? What? The spoon, the pots, the pans, and even with those, you're talking non-stick pot, stock pot. I mean, come on, it's the same shit. And then when we narrow that down to the actual appliances, they're kind of repeating themselves, like a steam oven and a steamer, it's going to be about the same thing. If they wanted to be more accurate, that might be 14 cooking techniques or something like that. Anyway, I guess it is what it is. Bonus accessory, steam and roasting rack. I don't know if that's something that just comes with the Possible Cooker Pro or if it was a bundle over at Costco, because that's where I picked this up from. I'll find out about that and mention it in the comments. Oven safe to 500 degrees. That means the pot is oven safe to 500 degrees, not the machine. Very important that you don't put that in the oven. Easy to clean non-stick pot. I believe that because every non-stick pot is easy to clean. That's why they're so popular. What else we got on here? So many possibilities all in one pot, hence Possible Cooker. They do got some pretty nice pictures though. You got some pot roast there, sauteed onions, nice. That looks like Korean barbecue ribs or something. They made a little salmon with a sous vide function, although I don't think it would have grill marks like that on there if we sous vide the thing. The hard-boiled eggs are a nice example for the steam function. And right here, it looks like we got some pot pie or something like that. And on the other side, we got some better information about how this machine actually works and what it comes with. It comes with its own utensil that even has a little clip on it to attach to the top of your lid. That's a nice touch because when I use a slow cooker, I end up having to put a plate out on the side in order to rest the spoon on it so I don't screw up my countertops. How useful that really is in practice is probably going to be determined by how good a spoon that is. Clear oven safe glass lid. There's your pot that's oven safe to 500 degrees, and that's got cast stainless steel handles. That means they'll stay pretty cool to pick up when you're using the machine in the cooker, but if you pop this into the oven, those are going to be hot as hell. And then finally we got the main machine down here with 8 cooking functions. Down here are some comparisons as to what you'd get with a normal slow cooker versus the Ninja Possible Pro. And that's also reiterated up here as well. Ninja uses something that they call triple fusion heat, which basically just means that you're getting heating done from the bottom and also from the sides simultaneously. But the triple part says that you get steam heat cooking also. That's just steam produced by your food inside your pot cooking. If you're using anything that's covered, you should be cooking that way anyway, so not being able to have steam heat on a traditional slow cooker, I don't know if I'm buying that. I don't know anybody who uses a slow cooker with no lid on it, but I don't know. Let's get this box open. Okay, let's see what we got. Whoa, that would have sucked. Okay, let's see. Whoops, didn't see that. Okay, there's some more nice looking food, which is the same food we saw on the outside of the box in different photos. A plug for their social media, another plug for their social media, and that's it. We got some literature here. Okay, we got the tiny user manual and safety information. And we got the Possible Cooker Pro recipe book. If you've watched my channel for any amount of time, you know that I like these. They're full of all kinds of little recipes with full color pictures and stuff. I mean, look at that frittata right there. That's awesome. If you're ever in the mood to try to make something different, you can thumb through these things and you'll probably find something that you'd like to make that you never thought you would. So I like these a lot. You can get the same kind of information off the Ninja website too, but I just like having these books. Anyway, enough of that. Okay, what do we got? Here is the spoon right here with the little integrated notch thing to sit on top of the cooker. Oh, it's a multifunction spoon, so it's kind of like a Ninja spork. All right. I don't know, maybe over-engineered a little at least. Very hard plastic. It's got a little Ninja brand on it too. Here is our lid. It's funny, it did say that it was oven safe. It didn't say to what temperature. I'm gonna say it's not 500 degrees though, probably more like 350. You got that carbon stainless steel handle on this also. That's kind of a beefy handle. I like that. It's got a cutout in the middle for the notch on that spoon. I'll show you that later. This is tempered glass. Looks like a little stainless steel rim around the outside of it. Similar construction to their other lids and also the lids for their pans. Nice little grommeted steam vent on here too, so I like that. Get that out of the way. Now we're getting down to the nitty gritty. Here's that little rack that they mentioned on the front of the box. Not adjustable or anything, it's just kind of formed into one shape. Super light material. I mean, it's really bendy. Look at that. I don't know, kind of a cheap rack. I guess it'll get the job done though. Next, we got our pot. Let's see what we got here. It's got a nice finish on it. Know how well you can tell in the video? This is like kind of a matte blue finish to it. The inside is all non-stick coating. This is not ceramic though, this is Teflon. So I don't know. I don't really mind Teflon too much. I just make sure that it doesn't get damaged or scratched up or anything like that, otherwise I end up having to replace it. And that is a pretty good safety tip with Teflon. Don't ever use Teflon if it gets damaged, because if that stuff starts flaking off, it's a risk to your health. That's for sure. Underneath it is not color finished, just has the metal finish down there, which is basically what that looks like underneath this. I mean, it's nice looking. The handles are nice and beefy with a couple of rivets on the inside. And the cooker itself is the last thing left in the box. Let's see what we got here. Oh, one thing about these machines is they always look really great when they're brand new. I don't know if you could tell so much on this, but you have this kind of radial metal design that you always have on the bottom of these slow cookers. Might be a little bit unfair to say right now, but in every machine like this that I've ever gotten, if you get anything spilled on here and it gets into those grooves, it ain't coming out. So don't let anything overflow on your pot, because that's gonna start looking like shit real quick. Right in the middle is a pressure switch. That's just how the machine knows the pot's in it. That's both for safety and for function. Alright, the way this machine works is you got your cooking unit right here. Your pot just goes into it just like that. And you can see how thick this is around the sides. That's because the heating elements are all over the place inside of this. If you've ever had any slow cooker, you'd be pretty familiar with that, because they do tend to have a really big border around the edges like this. It also makes slow cooker machines a lot larger than you think they would be for the type of capacity that they have. Our flimsy little rack just goes in just like that. So it can go in that way if you want to, or you can flip this over and stick it in this way if you got food that you want to set up much higher. The lid just sets on top just like that, and the notch on the back of the spoon just sits in here just like that. If you got some food still in here and you try to put this on top, it might push it over. It doesn't lock into here or anything, it's just sitting there, but I don't know. I like it. I'd rather have it do this than not at all, that's for sure. Alright, let's get some measurements on this machine with it all put together. So width-wise, if we take it from the outside of these handles, I would call it about 17.5 if we're talking about the lower handles, because those do stick out a tiny bit more. For the depth of the machine, this thing is oval shaped, so you need to get it from right out here. If you take into consideration the control panel on the front, we're talking about almost exactly 12 inches. And as far as height goes, if you consider the spoon on top, then we're looking at 14.25. Hey, by the way, if this is your first time here and you want to learn some cool new recipes, get some great cooking tips and tricks and all sorts of other kitchen related things, then start now by subscribing to the channel and clicking the notification bell so you never miss a thing. Okay, let's check out some of the functions on this. There's your on button right there. Tells you hi. That's awesome. Hello. Or is that high temperature? Oh yeah, that's just high and low. It's not polite at all. Stupid me.
You serious?
Anyway, when you turn it on, you got temperature controls here, you got time controls here, you got your start and stop button all the way over here on the right, and we have our different functions that are controlled by turning this dial. You got slow cook, sear and saute, steam, keeps warm. If I keep turning it that way, it doesn't work. I've got to turn this the right way in order to get to the other side, which is interesting. Got your sous vide up here, braise, bake, and proof down here at the bottom. You can see that when I change the function, it changes the way that these buttons up here work. If I'm on slow cook, the temperature just goes between high and low, and then the time is measured in hours and minutes. You can adjust the time by turning this up and down like this, and it'll change it in 15-minute increments. If I move this over to sear and saute, same thing with the temperature, and also no control over the actual amount of time. Steam just gives you time and no temperature because it's just going to heat it to steam, and then the temperature, you just pick how many minutes you want it to steam for. Keeps warm is probably just going to keep warm. You probably can't change this. Nope. And it looks like that keeps warm function, you're not actually telling it how long to keep it warm because that's not adjustable. It probably just counts the timer up when you hit start. Let's take a look. Yeah, see? If I'm going over to the other side, you got your sous vide. Right here you can adjust the temperature up to a certain degree. Sous vide doesn't go as high as other things, so the maximum temperature is 190 on a sous vide. And let's say you had it at 190, then we can change the time. Yes. Braising, same deal. You can change the time but not the temperature. Baking, you got your temperature controls and your time controls. And proofing, we're running much lower temperature. And again, you can change the time with that as well. So you've got some control, but not total control. Granted, with most of the functions on this, you don't need tons and tons of control anyway. It's got the same ear-piercing sound that you get whenever you turn on any other Ninja device. Like that. Right now, it is running the slow cook function, and you can tell the machine is totally quiet. But you'd expect that because there's no fans in this or anything like that, so it's not gonna be a noisy machine. So congratulations! Ninja actually has a machine that won't blow your eardrums out. We'll just ignore the fact that there's not a slow cooker on the market that would blow your ears out, but it's neither here nor there, is it? Can't wait to try some stuff out on this. Let me know down in the comments what type of stuff you'd like to see cooked in here. Well, I've got to admit that for the longest time, I've just pretty much overlooked these possible cookers. But seeing what comes in the box along with all the functions that this machine possesses really has me interested in seeing all the stuff I can make with this. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be putting this thing through the test, and once I have enough information, I'm going to be back with the full product review. If you'd like a little bit more information about the Ninja Foodi Possible Cooker Pro, I do have an Amazon affiliate link for it down in the description of the video. If you buy anything through those links, I do make a small commission, but it doesn't change the price that you pay 1 cent. Hey, Joe's Phenomenal now has channel memberships. For most people, you can see a join button down below the video window that you can click and see what type of perks I'm offering. If you're using an iOS device, you might not be able to see it, and if that's the case, I do have a link down in the description of the video as well. If you like this video and you like Ninja products, you might like this review video right here that I did for the Ninja Double Stack XL Air Fryer. That's a pretty interesting little machine, and at least in my case, it still gets a lot of use. Well, that's it for now. I hope to see you back again here really soon, and until that time, I'm Joe, and I hope you have a phenomenal day. Take it easy.